Woohoo! Nice.
Welcome, one and all. This is Making Comics episode, what is it, 253, something like that. And we have Dirk with us today. Dirk Clay.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, just a few things off the top. All the way down below, I have a bunch of links. One is for Designated that just went live a couple days ago. So if you want to check it out, give us a pledge, share it out, all are definitely helpful. Please do. Yeah, we're a little over $500 we pulled in on the first night. And we're going for a $6,000 goal, so we got a ways to go, but it's like I got that campaign. I got Wildcat is still going. We need less than 500 on that one to reach the goal, and Randy Bishop is selling copies of issue 7 of Hawk in New York. No campaign there. He's just selling them as people want them. And that's a book I helped out on as well.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I'm juggling too many things, but it's only just beginning.
Yeah. And how that feels.
It already feels like madness. But yeah, we're here to talk about Ballad of the Celestials.
Woohoo! Ballad of the Celestials. Yes. Love it. Yeah, so we're getting ready to close out. We've been on InDemand for a few months, and probably like 3 months. I can't believe it already. And we were in the campaign for 60 days. And so now I think we're reaching the end of InDemand, and we're going to actually close it out and then get ready to fulfill by the end of August. That's what we're shooting for. So,
excellent.
Yeah. It's a big task. I'm really wondering, are we going to make it? Now, I think we set October as the actual fulfillment date, but we're looking to possibly fulfill at the end of August. And I'm really hoping that that's when everything will, be finished up and shipping out. So,
well, that's if I hear horror stories, but with printing and paper and the economy.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, now I've heard good things. The printers they do seem like they're working again, but it's like, should I spread out to 2 or 3 different printers just so I can get a bigger bulk? Maybe I can get 50 from them, 50 from them, 50 from then another one. And maybe then we'll get to fulfill our books. So but it feels weird putting your stuff in somebody else's hands. That's really what feels weird, Yeah. And I would say, it's even weird asking other artists to help you out, finishing your book. Because, it's your baby, you're kind of handing over everything, and then they take the reins and you're going, are they going to do it the way I want them to? Are they going to do it good enough? What's it going to be like? You know what I mean?
Well, so that's the way I feel every time I, hand pages off to a publisher. It's like, well, I don't know what it's going to look like. I'll just see it when it's published.
Yeah, really. That's just it is scary. You know what I mean? And it's like, now the good thing is, I mean, that's why you vet your artists, or you at least look at their work and you go, okay, I'm in pretty good hands with some of these people. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean, sometimes, we've had to work with some people and we don't know if they're going to fulfill, they're going to come through. So it was pretty cool. I mean, we've had a lot of luck in that. I will say we've had people come through for us pretty well. So we haven't had those worries, but doesn't mean we're not nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
nervous is a good thing, you know.
Right. Right. That's
It's
right.
like,
I mean, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as long as you're putting in your 100%, you know,
Right.
things out of your control or out of your control,
Right. Right.
and you know, you can possibly learn from it going
Oh, yeah.
forward. But yeah,
It's probably the worst aspect. You know, the business aspect is the worst aspect of all this. I mean, it's been fun other than that, you know. But it's been great meeting all the new people too, because we've met some really great people. From the colorists to you, I mean, you know, you inked our covers for us, and then just having people who have helped edit. It's been pretty cool. So we still have a few people to go through. We have Eric Weathers that has to letter the book, and we have we're going to talk to somebody about, you know, formatting the book so that it's, you know, we got to put it in PDF form and get it ready for print. So we still have quite a bit to do, and it's getting down to the wire though, because now that the color is pretty much done, which is really cool to see. He's just making final tweaks, you know.
right.
And those final tweaks really are, man, they're looking so good already, but I can't wait till we get it right where we want it to be. Mare's armor, you know, our main hero, Mare, he has this armor that you'll see on a couple of pages. And he's trying to tweak it to get it to be the right color. It's just a little bit off. And we were like, well, that's not quite there. And so he's tweaking it, but I don't think it'll take him very long to get little things like that done. So I'm hoping that, yeah, I'm hoping once he gets it back to us, I mean, it's going to just be amazing. And, you know, we have Paul Billick doing the coloring for us right now.
Right.
So Paul Billick is in the Ukraine, which is scary in and of itself right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw a tweet from him. Excuse me. I saw a tweet from him. And it was probably a couple weeks ago now, but he was like, yeah, I woke up to some bombs. And I was like, oh my gosh. You know, he woke up to hearing bombs in his area, and it just freaked me out. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
I can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be terrible living over there right now.
Yeah, I grew up in New York, but I don't know. I was maybe delusional. I was like, this is a great town.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say if you can make it there, right, you're all right. But yeah, man, I wouldn't want to be. I'd rather live in New York, I think, than live in Ukraine. So I'm facing that. But you know, as you know, we lost Dio Lima, our colorist, and he's the same colorist that worked on Kimosabi's Company Men. And yeah, so Kimosabi, Dio was getting very busy around the time he was doing the Company Men, and we probably had something to do with that. He was starting to work on Ballad at the same time. And but Kimosabi switched over to Ray Billick to get some of his pages in time because he was starting to run down to the wire, and he was like, it's taking too long, I got to get stuff done. And so he had Paul Billick. I said Ray. I think I meant Paul Billick. Anyway, he stepped in and he took over and made everything look great in that book. And he's doing the same thing for us. He's stepping in, and I can't believe some of the things he's pulling off with it. It's looking fantastic. I think everybody's going to be excited to see it. So it's a really cool thing that we're going to have,
Uh-oh.
two colors
Is that your internet? Or mine looks fine. I think you're freezing up a little bit. If that's the case, hello everybody. I'm inking designated issue 3. Oh, there you are. You froze up.
Yeah, so I've been out for a while, huh?
Yeah.
You know, it's weird. I wonder if this is StreamYard, because every time I'm on StreamYard, it goes out for a very long time on me. And when I'm using Twitter, when I'm on Spotify, I don't have this problem. It doesn't just, zone out. Makes me wonder if they want us to pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, do it or else. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's the truth, but because my connection is looking fantastic.
I'll tell you what, because like my internet is not the strongest, and now that me and Mark are doing streams with other people, I put my video all the way to the lowest setting in StreamYard. You can change it in the options.
Oh, okay.
And even that wasn't doing it, so I'm just audio if we're with 2 or more people.
Right.
And that seems to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying low definition?
Yeah. Yeah. I went for the lowest option, and that seemed to help.
That seemed to help a lot. I wonder if that'll help me. I just switched it. We'll see what happens. So
yeah,
we will see. Awesome. Okay. All right. There we go. I switched it. So yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry if I missed any of the conversation.
I'm just taking over the industry. You just, don't worry about it.
Hey man, you're doing great. You've been very busy. It's been really cool to see a lot of the work you're putting out. So
thanks.
I mean, you're doing a lot of stuff. Doing some fan art, and then you got your own projects going, so that's good.
Well, I'm receiving fan art, but I will be doing fan art myself. But yeah.
Well, okay, I wouldn't call it fan art. You were doing Dale Keown's Reaper Destroyer, so that's more the real deal.
I'm proud of that, so I'll take a second. I did it as fannings. It's like I asked Joe for a better scan of it, and I was like, I just want to ink this. So I inked it with no definite anything else on that, and just going to ink it and see the results and blah blah blah. But a lot of people liked it, and he liked it, and he's going to use it as some sort of merch.
Right.
And the best thing was that he's like, Dale saw it, Dale liked it, and I was like, really? No, that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, great, because I think that's really cool, and that's the fun part of it, and seeing their reactions. Whether they use it or not, it's just really cool to get the feedback.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I've put out some fan things. I don't know. I guess I did the art contest, for the Junkman versus Dwarves, or Dwarves versus Junkman. That was a lot of fun. And I don't know if you know what that is.
I do not by name.
Okay. Well, it's by the guys, by the 656 crew and Aerith Saga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they were putting that out there, and man, it looks like a lot of fun. And I thought, yeah, let's have some fun. I needed some time to actually like draw for myself and have a good time with it. So
right.
I did that, and it was great. It's fun. I mean, the character's great design too. So it's a good time.
I got one of my cats hounding me. It's like, get away from
Oh,
me.
yeah. My dogs were out here barking earlier, and they always ruin my streams. And so I'm like, well, that's not a big deal. For me, I'm like, you're going to hear my dogs every time, just the way it is. So,
yeah. I was on a stream last night, and he was like, oh, man, like after the stream, I'm sorry about my dogs. And it's like, that's that. It's like,
that's the way it is. So, did you draw this page you're inking right now?
No, this is okay. So this is designated. This was fully penciled by Jade Smith. It's probably the only project you'll ever see from him. But it's written and created by my friend Mark Torres. I'm inking it. We're crowdfunding the first issue right now. If like for some reason it goes phenomenally well, we'll include all 5 issues. But
nice.
Really, we're just trying to get the first issue one funded.
Right.
And then we'll take it from there. We'll crowdfund each book as we go. But we get like 20 shows we're going to be on, and
nice.
I got another one tomorrow. Yeah, just we're on tour, man.
Yeah, it's the way it goes. Yeah, you got to hit the circuit. It felt like that, whenever we were launching ours. Whenever we had our campaign open, it was like, man, every week, you're hitting about 3-4 shows, and it was, Kevin, Murph, he did a lot more than I did for sure, but I was doing a lot behind the scenes. So I was doing art, I was still finishing up some work, working on some other things that go along with it. There was a lot of things to get done on our list that I had to allow him to just kind of take the reins and run with it and push all the sales, and I was going to do everything back in the ground or in the background. So right. It's crazy. It feels crazy during campaign time, but it's fun.
It is. It's like you get a chance to talk with a lot of people online and talk about your book, talk about what else you're up to.
It's really funny because it's like I haven't been pushing any new material from us, because it is what it is right now. It's, go to InDemand and we kind of show it on the channel and stuff. But it's been weird because you almost feel like you're not part of things anymore. You know what I mean? Like you're in the mix. And then once you draw out and you're trying to finish and fulfill, it's like you're just so focused on that. You're not really in the mix of everything again, social media wise. So it's kind of funny how that, it just makes you feel like you're detached. You know what I mean? So,
well, that's your opportunity to relax a little.
Yeah, man. Because I'll tell you what, I still have probably 15 things I have to get done before we're ready to actually fulfill the book. And some of them are very tiny things, some of them are very big things. And that list was about 30, about a month ago. So and it's chopped down. It's getting chopped down one by one. And that's anything from just finishing the book to, you got everything done for the book almost. And then we started looking, we were like, what we don't have? We don't have a back cover. We have the wraparound, but we don't have the actual back cover. So, and then, what do you do with that? So Murph was like, oh crap, what do we do with that? What kind of art do we have? Makes it a lot tougher,
Yeah, I it's like I see a lot of small publishers that just put their logo on the back or put a little figure on the back. It's something kind of really simple or whatever. But
sure.
I'm making a piece right now, not the second, but have been on my channel that a friend of mine penciled a while back, and I'm going to use that as the back cover image but I'll also include
Yeah.
some quotes. You know, like I have a quote from
Oh yeah, that's cool.
my friend Jim Calfury regarding me and retro, and so I'm gonna get a few more and just put them on the back cover. It'll be fun, and my company logo, you know, stuff.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, us, it's like, well, for one thing, we've been struggling with the company logo, so we're not sure what to do with that. I like what we ended up with your help. You know what I mean, with the design of the character. But see, I'm going to change the character in the corner box,
Right.
Because I feel like it'll be changed, like, you know, either every issue or maybe every 3 books or so or something, you know. So we're not always sticking with the same character. But the thing I have to get right is the lettering. It's the actual lettering of Mysterion. And
Right.
people kept telling me, you know, there's a kerning issue, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. I knew what they were talking about, but I didn't know what part they were talking about, what was wrong with it.
Yeah.
So I still have to visit that. That is, you know, and then I was like, well, do we turn it over to somebody that can just do it, you know? Because it's kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest.
Yeah, you want it just right, and you just don't know how to get there. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, I've been there.
And you know what we really wanted? We wanted it very simple. So we were like, let's just use simple lettering, because I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, because it can change. You know what I mean? Like, to me, everybody's like, yeah, but that's your brand. And I'm like, but my brand can change. You know, my brand can look different a lot of ways. And I'm sure if we stumbled upon something iconic, we could stick with it. But you know what I mean?
I look at, you know, like Marvel and DC, you know, they've been through iteration after iteration with their logos.
Yes, exactly. That's the way I feel.
And, you know, they did land on great logos. And
no way. That's exactly right. And you know what? So I come from the music side of things. I'm a musician. I'm a drummer.
Right.
And so when I look at album covers, bands change their, you know, their font all the time. They don't have the same font on the front. Some of them just type it out. It's just this real simple, you know, the name of the band and then the album name, and they don't care. And other ones are like, you know, Iron Maiden, where it's like designed and it's all in a special font and every letter is you know, blocked out. But I don't feel like we necessarily have to do that. But everybody was like, no, you should do it. So I was like, okay, what do we do? So I think that's where we're at.
I know from experience, like, your friends are like the best intentions, but also the ones that get you in trouble.
That is the most true.
They'll send you down roads. It's like, what the hell have I been doing for the past couple of hours?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
look at all that work I could have got done, but I had to mess with you. That is so true, man. So, yeah, I mean, it's tough because, you know, Murph has tried to give input and stuff, and he has a lot of ideas, but at the end of the day, it's hard to interpret his ideas. And he wants a lot of things that almost look like you have to animate them. And I'm like, you know, if we were a theater or like a movie company, you could animate the beginning, like at the beginning of a movie, and you'd see things move. But this is a comic book. It's a simple still image, you know. You're not just going to get that. You have to actually come up with a way to convey it without the image moving. So, yeah, that's probably giving me a tough go, man. And I'll say the logo for Ballad of the Celestials was a tough go as well.
That came out beautiful.
Thank you. The design of it was it was tough. It took a long time. We went through a lot of different versions of it. I don't know if you can see this, but you see that little badge at the bottom of the card here?
Right.
Let me see if it'll focus. I'm not sure if it'll focus, but
it's like a bird. What is that?
Well, it says Ballad of the Celestials. It's in my ring light. But it was all circular like that, and it looked cool. But as a normal logo on a comic book, it was hard to get it to go like fully across the page and fill the top of the comic book. And I was like, I don't think I like it just in a corner somewhere, you know.
Right.
It's tough to read. And so then I was like, well, back to the drawing board. And, you know, kept working it. And then finally we found, you know, I hit it, I guess. And we settled on the actual logo for the book. So. And it was a long, arduous fight, let me just tell you. At least artistically.
The cover for this video is basically it's mostly the logo. So if you ever see it.
Right.
Yeah.
So now we are just basically really going towards, you know, getting all the colors done. Our colorist got us, I mean, he sent us back probably 7 pages, and man, it was so cool to see all of them. He did such a great job. But like I said, there's just like minor tweaks that we wanted. And then once we get those minor tweaks back, it's like everything's going to look fantastic. So pretty excited to get them back. Hopefully it will only take them a couple days to get them done. And then it's Eric Weathers. Off to Eric Weathers for lettering. So
yeah, lettering is really what finishes it off. You know, it's like,
yeah,
that's what a comic looks like.
Right. Yeah, that, and then well, I think everybody's like, you know, you got to make sure your blacks are okay, and you know, things like that. So probably before I send it to Eric, I want to write all of that and then send it to him. So whenever we get everything back from him, then we don't have to correct anything. It's pretty much like a final product. So
yeah, I'm still learning the whole process, and I'm going to be working with people that will handle the sort of putting the book together. So yeah. Everything is a little, you know, you tweak it so many million times, and it's like, am I doing this too much? Am I looking at this?
Yeah. I felt like that, man. But you know, there's some things that I thought were perfect, and then I went back and I realized, no, it's got to be fixed. And you know, now that I did fix it, I'm like, okay, now it makes me not even worry about it. So if you get to that place, that feels really good when you can, you know, you're not even thinking about what you have to fix anymore. Yeah. So yeah, it's awesome. Oh, hey, we got Dean in the house.
Hey, welcome, Dean.
Howdy.
Do you want to show up the campaign page?
Yeah, we can do that. Let me see here. Let me get it up.
Welcome,
got it ready to share. I just don't have it. Okay, here we go. All right. There we go. Can you see it?
Yep.
All right.
Here we go.
Awesome. So yeah, we're now at $3,128 with 95 backers. So
nice.
Getting excited. So yeah, today's the last day that you guys can get a hold of this book if you haven't got a hold of it yet. We are going to close InDemand tonight, and then we're going to focus on fulfilling the book out to our backers. So we are just about there. Yeah, I do have some extra things to talk about. Like we reached our goals, so we reached the metal trading card, and that's in the process. Yeah, so that's in the process. Let me scroll down to it really fast so I can call that.
I did see it. It was still locked, but I was like, you passed 3,000.
There it goes. Took it a minute to load in. So it's unlocked. I think what's locked, yeah, I forgot to unlock this print, but we've actually reached that. So we're good to go.
Yeah.
So I need to pull that out. So we will be getting the bloody, we call it the bloody print, Mayor's Bloody Scream. It's probably one of the bloodiest pages. And I can't believe Indiegogo didn't shadow ban us for this because everybody else was getting shadow banned. And I'm like, we probably have one of the most gory pages out there. And we didn't get a thing, you know? Nobody said a thing to us.
I think if you saw his nipples, that would have been an issue.
Yeah. That's probably true. Although if you zoom in, you should see them somewhere down in there through all that. But yeah, I mean, to me, maybe it's about human blood. Maybe they're throwing a fit about the fact that you can see people getting cut or shot or something. Maybe that's what they didn't like. But I don't know if you can get much more blood than this, you know? It's everywhere on this page. Every panel has some blood all over it. So, but whatever. Maybe we just didn't make enough money to get noticed. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
That's probably another reason, but that's all right. Whatever, kept us going. So we're still fighting. But yeah, you get this print for free for back in the book. So all physical backers get this print.
Nice.
And then all physical backers will also get a metal trading card with Mayor in his armor, on one side. And then the other side is going to be it's going to be another design. So it's going to be two-sided metal. So Phoenix is going to give us the double-sided treatment, which is really cool. So I'm really excited about that because what's that?
Is that your art or whose art is that?
Yep, that's my art.
That's not really nice piece.
Thank you. Let me, you know what? I can call up the real piece so you can see it. So it's not so pixelated. But let me stop my camera. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to pull my camera. Okay, did it pull me out?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, when I pulled my camera, it pulled me completely out. But now I actually have, I had to put my hard drive in, and I can actually show the real art for that. So people can see the front side and the back side of the card. Because I am excited about that. Let me pull the front side up. And then I'll get Mayor pulled up there. Well, where's the real deal? Huh. All right. I think I have to kill some color. Sorry. I colorized it. Yeah, it's wait. Oh wow. Okay, let me pull up another one. It's not showing the right one, so I have to get the right one that'll let everybody see. It was showing all the layers, and I was like, no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. So let me just pull this one, and then I'll share.
One.
Yeah, so let me stop this. I'll stop screen, and now I can share my Clip Studio with everybody.
All right.
Okay, so this is the real picture right here. I'll zoom in a little so everybody can see it better. So it's actually digital pencil that I drew in.
Right.
And I love the texture that it came up with. Now, when I filled in the blacks, it gave like a, I don't know, like this texture on the leg. But I figured when it's in print on that card, you're not going to see that as much. It came off really nice. Phoenix showed me like a a mock-up of it, and it was really cool. So that's going to make a nice card.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of detail in there, man. I put a lot of like detail in the chainmail on his leg.
Right.
And the chainmail on his shoulders. There, you know, even though it's like rough and looking all like tattered, it's there's so much detail in there. So it's fun to do. I'm sure it'd be fun to ink.
You got a close up of it on your Twitter, cover.
Yes.
So you can kind of see it better there.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of my better drawings. I do. I really feel happy and proud about this one. Mare just looks awesome. And it's almost a Gideon type of moment where he's looking down at the water, whenever he's supposed to be looking for the warriors. And
right.
But he's looking down and he's kind of looking at the side because he knows somebody's approaching, and he's like picking up a sword. So, it's about to go down. Shit is about to go down. Which is fun. I love it. So I always love these imagination, these stills that you can look at a character and go, man, what is going on here? So it makes it fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And here's the front of the card, and I'll show you that now. So this is the, this is what it will look like. Is it not sharing?
Well, it did for a second, and then you did something.
Oh,
there it
okay.
is.
Let me see.
Okay.
Oh, it popped in. Okay, so it just took a minute. Yeah. So this is our playing card, our celestial playing card. So this is what the back side of the metal card will look like.
Right.
And which will make it pretty cool once you see the metal show through some of that. It's going to be really nice. But we wanted like this supernatural fire on one of the trees and like a water on the other side. A lot of people are like, well, it looks like yin and yang. It's not really meant to be yin and yang, but I guess in some respects you could kind of tie it into that.
All right.
And you can see the red line kind of dividing it. It's almost like dimensions, but it's dividing each side, which is really fun. Yeah. And, there's a lot more to this than yet. So there a lot more is going to be revealed probably later in this story. Right. We will end up explaining more about what they're doing with these once we get about 3 books in. So
cool.
But for now, they're just cool visual.
Yeah, well, I love that. I love that little, possible glimpses of future things, or
at
least it'll make sense down the line. And
it's I don't want to give anything away. I mean, you'll see why these play a part in the story in the first issue, but you don't know what they're doing with them yet. So it's going to have to unfold.
He finds a deck of cards on the road, and that's what's on it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
like,
wow,
it. That fire is alive. No, it's not it. Cool story, though. No. No, it's all good. It's all good. But so there's the metal trading cards. So you're going to get Mare on one side. You're going to get this on the other side. And then the final thing I was going to show off tonight was one of the colored pages. I'll show a panel of Mare that just came back. And so this is a dream. This is a dream sequence. You guys see it okay?
Yep. Yeah.
Excuse me. And so this is some of the tweaking that we needed done. The bronze and the blue armor. We want Mare's armor to be just more blue than this. It's not quite a silver. It's actually got a blue hue to it. And we wanted it to stand out a little more than just normal armor, wanted to have a look to it. And so darken that up.
Oh, there you are. I guess your internet. You're in a stream sharing a clip paint, so I think it's affecting you coming through. I think what I'm going to do, because I don't hear you at the moment.
Hey, I'm sorry. I think I went out.
Oh.
This is what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
my StreamYard has been terrible lately.
well, because you're streaming and you're sharing out is that clip paint or whatever?
Yeah.
So you're running multiple things, so that's what definitely affects it.
Man. Oh, you know, there for a while we were running real smooth, but now it's like I can't even have a smooth show anymore. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But it does make me wonder if they're trying to force us into like buying StreamYard. You know what I mean? Like I'm going, come on. This has worked for how many episodes I've been on my own show. And now in the past month, I can't even hardly hold a show because it goes out so much. So
maybe you got to clean up your computer. It's got too much.
That's probably true. I might need to do that. So that'll be cool. Yeah. So I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit because Mare has a lot of detail in there. You can see a lot of the details that I put in. I did ink this page. I'm pretty happy with the way Mare came out. He just looks cool. I think he's got one of the best designs out there as far as art goes, and
good stuff.
I'm proud of it. Hey, good stuff. How's it
going? Yeah, it looks good, and I could tell like by the like what's above, like how it feels like a dream sequence.
Yeah,
the way it's colored and looks really good.
Thank you. I mean, it's not. I don't feel like I'm a professional inker by any means. I don't. I would, that's why I handed stuff off to you. but as far as the interiors go on the first book, that's what I decided to do. So I kept it consistent, at least with my inks. For the next issue, we have to debate on where we're going with that. What we're going to do next. Like, are we going to expand our team? Can we expand our team? What's going to happen? So,
right.
But I know one thing. I think I want to wear less hats the next time around. It's a lot. And I thought, well, if I'm not inking and drawing and doing a lot of the managing of the project, I feel like at that point I'll have a lot more time to put into the drawing, and it'll give me more energy, And so I'm thinking that's probably the way I want to go. So if I could hand the inks off to somebody, it's the most ideal for me, as far as that goes.
My cat's free, she doesn't charge too much.
Yeah.
She'll spill some ink on it for you.
That's awesome.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Thank you.
That looks good.
So yeah.
That's
the bird, you saw the top part of the wing up here with that page. But yeah, this is where it comes down. So this is walking through the woods. He sees a bird land in the trees, but then he's kind of like on edge. And then at that point, then the bird kind of flies at him and startles him, and I can't tell you what happens after that. So yeah, and that's where we end. So yeah, it's like a little cliffhanger page.
Excellent. Good stuff says, give more hats to Murph. He seems lazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all been a big learning curve for us, and I think we just got to figure out our places, figure out what's working for us, what's not working, and go from there.
Yeah, it's it's the same for all of us. I mean, like it's we're all learning. But the good thing is that we like all of us are around. Like if you have
Right.
any questions, just message any one of us, and we'll give you our 2 cents.
Yeah. No, I've had really good input from everybody, and that's been one of the reasons I love the community is that anybody I've asked help from, they've given me more than enough information and
Right.
names of people, and that's what's been really great. So we've had a good time, man. We really have had a lot of support for being nobodies. Getting the support out there. It's just been awesome. So we're happy.
You're not nobody. You're somebody.
Well, but we're not known. We weren't known. Let's just put it that way. We didn't have a name in the community at all. We had to build that,
Yeah.
and spend some time in the chats, spend some time asking questions, see what come up, and then the more we talked, the more relationship we built, which was good. It was great, man. So we met some really great people.
Cool.
And I think that's been the best thing out of all this. Like, it's fun to make the comic and everything, but it's also really cool that we've expanded a lot of relationships, and now I can say, well, I know quite a few people online we can reach out to. So Good Stuff says I know you.
Yeah. One person knows.
Right. Yeah. So okay, yeah, so that's that. So I'll stop that. But so there we are. I mean, that's one of the newer pages we just got back colored. We've got I mean, he probably is tweaking about 10 pages just to make sure things are consistent.
Right.
Because once you tweak the one, it's got to be, making sure they're all looking the same.
Yeah.
And
I worked with colorists, man. That's the most difficult thing.
I know.
It's about picking your battles. Just like, and really just.
Well, I can't believe he's not like throwing in the hat on us and going, no, screw you guys, pay me now, I'm done, because we're picky. That's all I can say. We're picky, but I think in the long run, because the pages came back so good. They've come back so good. Awesome. So I'm happy.
Very, very cool. So we've been, we're coming up on 50 minutes. I know you want not to go too long.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that you get all the information you want out.
Sure.
So I'm leaving the rest of the show to you.
Okay. No problem. Well, I do have some more stuff to talk about. So I showed you guys these cards a little bit ago. So this is, let me see if I can get the light to adjust. Not really. Let me see if I can dim the light a little bit and get that up to the camera. So these are the trading cards that you guys are going to get, the sketch cards, actually. So I'm sketching probably almost 60 cards. Some of them already have some pencils on them. So that's Zune right there. She's already got her face in there.
All right.
I'm still finishing this one. This is Chiru.
Cool.
And so I've drawn about, I don't know, somewhere around 10 cards so far. I've got another 50 to draw. And they're on their way. So this is one of the last things art-wise that I need to finish. But it's a daunting task, man. I probably will never do the sketch card thing again. Just because, not this way at least. I might do it another way where it's more of like you have to buy the tier or something like that, not as a sign up. So, and especially if we grow. So I had a couple of those, but yeah, here's
nice.
Shush. So yeah. So it's not that it's like so much, but it, I haven't reached the end.
Yeah.
And I'm sure,
Yeah, man, your internet.
There's
Oh, there you are.
hey, pop back in. All right, but yeah, so I mean, I'm actually working hard to get those done. So I'm going to have 60 in total, and then we'll look and see how many signups we had before the launch, and then they're the ones who get the sketch cards. So,
Right.
but once we do that, we get these prints made and get those metal cards back. We got the colors to get back, and then we're pretty much lettering and then going to print. So I'm hoping all this is done at the end of August. We are looking to fulfill, at least at that point, we're using Critical Blast to fulfill our book. So, yeah, RJ's great, and he's pretty cheap for the service that he offers, I think. He takes a lot of that worry about shipping out of your hands, and he puts them in the bag and board for you. He puts them in the, in the box and everything. Yeah, the Gemini mailer. And so, I mean, when you really think about it, it's like he does so much for you. You don't have to go out and buy those yourself. So once you sign up for him to do this, he's got it. And the rest is just him shipping out, to everybody. So, yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't wait. We're almost at the finish line. We are so close.
It's like I pledged to a lot of books, and I'm expecting, I don't know, a lot of Christmas gifts.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, and I think we had October as an original fulfillment date on the campaign, and I think it still says October because we wanted to leave it there. Yeah. But in reality, though, August to September sounded like such a better time frame, mainly because we'd be a little early, but also because I think it's doable. And it's something that, I think the better that we fulfill, the quicker we fulfill, the better off it looks for us too, for the next campaign. So I'm wanting to get it there, man. This has been a hell of a mountain to climb to get through that first book, and I'm ready. I'm ready to get there. I'm ready to move on to book 2,
Excellent.
The characters are important. Hey, I really love them. Hey, Rick Saylor's here. Yeah. How's it going, Rick Saylor?
Welcome.
Corey Barton's here too.
Yeah, Corey's here.
Nice to see you, man.
It's
that Dirk guy.
Yeah.
I see that. Nice.
Dirk guy.
Yeah, it's that Dirk guy. You can call me Derek, or you can call me Dirk, or you can call me D-Rock, or you can call me an asshole. I really don't care what you call me. Did you ever see that commercial back? Was it the 70s or 80s whenever that guy was on there? Was it wasn't it Guido Sarducci that used to do that commercial?
Oh, Guido Sarducci. I love that guy.
Yeah. Do you remember when he was doing the beer commercial? He was like, you can call me Lemmy, and you can call me this, and you can call me that. I think it was like for a Pabst Blue Ribbon commercial or something, or Schlitz.
That one's good.
So I was like, yeah, you can call me anything, man. He said, "Nah, I think Dirk is good." No, that's funny. Thank you. Well, you can call me whatever you want. It's all good, man. So
that's right.
It's all good. But yeah, we're excited. I mean, if you guys, put the word out tonight, I'm going to probably pull it down. I don't know, probably closer to midnight tonight. It'll come down off of, off Indiegogo, off InDemand, and then we're going to just be focusing on fulfillment. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
It's another
Rick.
part of me.
Yeah. Rick is saying those cards look fantastic.
Yeah.
And he said, "You're right. Next time, do it for a tier." And that's, I'm thinking I'll do it, as like a special thing, but not like draw 100 cards for signups and stuff like that. I think that's just it's crazy. So, but I saw Rich Ayala had that too. He had like a whole stack of cards he was going through on Twitter and had them laid out, and he was like, I got all my cards done, and I'm like, man, that's a lot. That is a lot of drawing. So
I once did I did an ash card for my brother. I inked over Cal Fury, and one day he shows up with 1,500 of them. He's like, I need these signed overnight. I'm like, really? It was like, my arm was dead the next morning.
Oh, I'll bet, man. It's like, yeah, why couldn't you give me like a month to do those? So, Dean is asking, you're closing tonight. Yes, I'm closing tonight because we've only had like one backer, for the month, and we've been pushing we've been pushing it out there on Twitter and everything. I think it's about time too, because we're almost to the finish line. So then we can just focus on getting the fulfillment out for this first book. So Corey, here we go, man. Here we go. We need that writer here to not explain what's going on, that story, and keep us in the loop. That's awesome. That's the best thing I've seen for a sign-up gift. Nice. So you talk about the cards. The cards are the best thing for a sign-up gift. Yeah, it is cool. I mean, I don't want to take that away. I mean, I do think it's a unique thing because you're getting original art, and I think it is a great gift. I think it's just hard on the artist, you know what I mean? Where you're drawing that much, you're trying to focus on other things. So I'd rather put my focus into some other things. And yeah, I think the sketch cards will be something I want to do as a tier, and then, and then do them live. Whenever I see people live, if they want to commission a sketch card from me, at like a Comic-Con or something like that. I'm going to have some of these left after all this that I'm going to make people, have to pay for the cards. So that'll be fun to do. Fun to do live. It's funny. I don't mind drawing live, but sometimes I can't get in the zone when I'm drawing live. And so I've done draw streams and everything, but I don't feel like I put my best work out in it. Maybe that's just me getting used to it, but
I think it's like, you have good days, you have bad days. It doesn't matter if you're in front of the camera or not. It's like that's why I'm going to fill in blacks tonight, because I wasn't like, it's like I don't feel like real inking. I'll just fill in some blacks.
Yeah, it's hard because when you're focusing on that, you lose focus on everything else. So that's part of my issue. And then I think there's just some self-conscious stuff in there too. That whenever I can get in the zone on my own, I just focus, and then I don't care, and it's great. I can listen to music and let it go.
Hey, Allison.
Hi, Allison. Corey says he can draw cards too.
Yeah, he's got.
You want some, Corey? I'll send these to you. You can draw some. You can help me keep up and get them done quick. And
sign them, Dirk.
Yeah, just sign them as Dirk, and it's all good, man. That'd be awesome. No, I'm loving it. We are, guys. We're hitting that final, stretch where we're hitting the finish line for this book. Colors are almost done. We just got some minor tweaks, and then we've got basically some prints to order, and Eric Weathers is going to letter the book. After that's done, it's going to be formatting for print just to make sure we're there, and then it's go time, fulfillment time. So yeah, feels pretty good, actually.
Yeah, so if you're watching this and you don't know, the link is right down below. Just go over to the Indiegogo page and check it out. You have to midnight, so not too long.
Not too long. Yep, we're going to close it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything else I can share? I'm not sure if there's anything else I can share tonight.
This Corey asking Dean has Embrace 2 going.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's looking so good, and it's exciting.
it's gonna be good.
Yeah, that cover's great. That Dean. I actually, I'm going to have Odin on the show Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Yep, he's going to come on Tuesday. So, and if Dean wants to join, that's great too. We can have him. But yeah, he didn't tell me about Dean, but if whatever, the more the merrier. So it'd be awesome to have him. So we're going to talk about the Embrace, and who knows? We'll see where we go from there. Have some fun.
Odin's doing multiple projects, so I'm sure he has a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I couldn't do all that, but I mean, it's nice, he can manage that many. That'd be cool to be able to get to that level.
Yeah,
I'll probably do that one day. I think that's going to be fun.
Yeah, you work up to it. Yeah.
Oh shit! Dean is saying, "Oh no, Dirk, Odin doesn't tell me anything." Well, he's coming on the show Tuesday, so man, if you want to stop by, it's all good.
Yeah.
So
invade the stream.
Yeah, that's right. Invade. He usually does anyway, but hey, come on, I'll put you on. So, but yeah, I mean, so I drew the art for the cover box. You can see it like right here. This is the Embrace artwork that I put on the box, or they had my art put on the box. So that was really cool. And so I do feel like I'm a part of that. That's really cool. I feel like I was a part of that first campaign because of that, which is awesome. Nice. And all I did was do some, he had an art contest and I put it in there. Really cool. So, yeah. But the art I'm seeing for part 2 is it's jumping up there, man. It's like getting really cool now. So that new cover that came out with from Dean, it's looking badass. So yeah, there's gonna be some really good art. So everybody's kind of leveling up right now. It's interesting to watch.
Yeah, I'm just excited overall, like with what I see developing, and I want to see like second and third issues of books, and like it's really cool. And like you said, everybody's leveling up for sure.
Yeah, I know for Ballad of the Celestials issue 2, I told Murph that we got to change the art a little bit. I mean, I've got a style, but there's some things I need to do that are going to have to tweak. Right. It's not going to be able to stay where it is because, well, for one, it's a little on the old school side of things, and that's not always the most popular. I mean, I'm not going to bow and bend to all the trends or whatever, but I still feel like I need to push it a little bit. It needs to be more exciting and more, like I need to intensify it a little bit so that it does grab everybody's attention,
Just give everybody a cell phone.
Yeah. Right. Well, it's been something I've been thinking about a lot, and I've, and some of the visuals we're going to see for the first book, you only get glimpses of things in the first book, like a couple characters you only see on a page or two, and then after that, you don't get to see them again until the next issue. And so things like that, we're going to have to step up and actually make those characters come to life. And when they do, that's a whole different ball game. Right. We're going to see action at that point from them. And I can't wait for that because I think there's going to be some really cool visual things that happen. So it's going to make the second issue a lot more exciting than the first.
Awesome.
Well, and it's funny because what's that?
I look forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, well, the first story, you have to introduce the characters, introduce some settings, You have to get some dialogue in there, and you know, it's kind of confined to one area too, for about half the book, and so that changes how, you know, the book looks a little bit. And sorry about my dogs, but for the second issue, there's going to be some movement, and I know there's going to be some big action sequences, and we'll see some new characters in action, which is going to be fun. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get working on it, and we'll see where we go from there. So that's it. That's the big update. That's where we're at.
Excellent. Well,
yeah.
Thanks for coming on, and you know, sorry to see it close out of InDemand, but I already got my copy.
Yeah, there you go.
My copy.
That's it. Well, we're gonna be put up on CG now. So once we start fulfilling, I think we're gonna get, you know, things ready to be put up on there. So people still want to back it.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, they can still go there, and yeah, I think it's going to be good because it's going to move us to a new place to focus on some different pieces. You know, getting this one like ready to sell, because, you know, then we can sell it at Comic-Cons and things like that, and online, and then moving on to book 2, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Right.
So, oh, nice. Rick just back.
What's that?
I think Rick just backed it. Rick Saylor. Woohoo!
Backer 96. There you go. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much, Rick. That is great. Backer number 96. Fantastic. Awesome. So fantastic. And thank you for the compliment too. That's really nice to hear. We put a lot of work into those covers. Peter Palmiotti is featured on the inks of 2 of my covers.
That's right.
The wraparound. Yep, the wraparound and the team cover. So he did a great job on those, and I couldn't have asked for a better job done on those. I still look at them, and I'm so happy of those. About those.
I appreciate that. And,
yeah,
you know, I think the next time we do something together, and I'm sure it will happen one day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Be 3 times as good.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm definitely going to have you do some more. It's just, I think we just got to figure out what capacity, if it's just the covers or what. But I would love to have an interior inker. So, hey, that might be where we go. We'll see. We'll see how we play it out. Murph and I have a lot of figuring out to do for the next, issue, because I think the reason I say that is because we got to figure out where things are going to go from here, as far as like business wise. Do we want to expand the team and things like that? So I think things are going to change a little bit. So
this is Jade Smith is the penciler. I'm just an inker.
Oh, nice. It's a good face for a babe so far. That's hilarious.
And KOZOR Descent into Man has turned out fantastic. Says Rick. And I got the link.
That does look awesome.
For KOZOR is one of the links that I have. It. One day I'll be rich and I'll be able to order everything too.
I know, man. That's where I'm at. There are several books I haven't got to back yet, but they're on my list. I have like a running list of things that I have to get, and so
definitely.
One thing at a time.
Yeah.
But it's going to happen.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on. I will mention I'll be on with Mark Torres. I'll be on the Raging Network tomorrow, I believe tomorrow 11 a.m. And I'll be streaming at some point as well. I'll be streaming every day this month, and we're streaming with other people to talk about Designated, which is currently on Kickstarter, and the link to that is down below as well. Thanks for having the KOZOR, like, oh, my pleasure, man.
Yeah,
Barton Brothers appreciate it. For sure. It's
man,
an
that's awesome.
amazing looking book. And I love getting the newsletter
Yeah.
with all the page updates. Oh, it looks incredible. But yeah,
It does.
thanks
It's awesome.
for watching. If you haven't already, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, but you probably already are. And yeah, I'll see you again tomorrow. Keep making art and making comics and keep being awesome.